So here's all this stuff. It's amassed. It's in your vortex. It's there for you. We see it. We love it. We benefit from it. We thank you for putting it there. We revel in the expansion of the universe, while you often complain that it hasn't shown up yet in the way you want it to. So you've got to find some way of positioning yourself vibrationally so that what's in your vortex can come to where you are. So we are presenting to you, we've been doing it for a while, and we're writing the book, The Grid, so that you can get the sense of the grid meaning your point of attraction. Because you've created a vibrational version of you that is beautiful to behold. But most of you are not even coming close to living the vibrational version that you've created because you're so busy. We love you so much. Sloppily observing anything and everything around you, rather than deliberately preparing your point of attraction, deliberately preparing your grid so that what's in the vortex can flow into it. And when it starts flowing, oh, you know it. It flows with ideas. It flows with energy, vitality, we mean. But it also flows with rendezvous. It flows with things just seeming to come out of the blue. It flows with phone contacts. It flows with money coming to you in unexpected ways. It flows to you in promotions. It flows to you in good impulses when you drive. It flows to you in bodily conditions. It flows to you in physical vitality. It flows. Your grid is filling in all the time. But when you have deliberately sifted through data, when you have consciously launched a rocket, when you have consciously acknowledged that you want this thing that you don't yet have, but you believe you can have it because you know the laws of the universe, and you believe in your ability to focus yourself into a grid perspective that will allow the movement of it from the vortex into your reality. Because you know all of these things now, when contrast comes, you say, oh good, more rockets to launch. And as the rockets are launching, you say, oh, that felt good. Can't hold it because I'm not used to practicing it. Oh, it felt really good. No, it doesn't feel so good anymore. I really liked wanting that for a minute till I realized I don't have it. Do you remember those fresh desires when you were kids before your parents crushed your dreams? Do you remember when you believed in your own ability to create? Do you remember when you thought the world was on your side before so many convinced you that they weren't? That fresh flowing of desire. We want to help you to restore yourself to that. So you launch this rocket of desire, and then you recognize, because now you're more sensitive. You know that you want it, but you're not in alignment with it. And every thought that you think that contradicts what you want will give you an emotional feedback that will let you to know, this is what I'm doing. This is that thing I do. Right here, right now. I'm catching myself in the act. Jerry and Esther had chickens years ago, and they remember going out to the hen house one night. They'd forgotten to close it up. They liked to close it up at night so that things didn't come and eat the eggs in the night. And there was a possum in the nest with egg all over its face. He looked so guilty. So negative emotion is you catching yourself in the act with egg all over your face. That you are in this moment defeating, that's too strong a word, well, we'll use it anyway, defeating, trampling, killing, pulling the wings off the flies of your desires. In other words, it's what you're doing. You're holding yourself in vibrational dissonance with the very things that you want, and the negative emotion is your glorious indicator that you're doing it now. You're doing it now. Esther's got easy buttons all over the house. That was easy. 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 She's thinking about getting one. You're doing it now. You're doing it now because you are aware when you will know what negative emotion means, that you are in that place where you are not holding it off forever, not defeating it, but certainly slowing it down. Slowing what down? Slowing down your ability to stand, begin again. You have created a grid. You're standing in the middle of your grid all the time. You've created a grid that is keeping you from being keenly aware of the most productive, most fun, path of least resistance step toward whatever things that you are wanting that are in your vortex. You see how it works? You are the creator of your own reality. You are the vibrator of your own being. You are the discerner and the decider and the accomplisher of your own point of attraction. And it is so much fun when you deliberately sift through the contrast. Yay, stuff to choose from. You launch a rocket, and even though you can't hold it necessarily the first time, you know you can work your way around to that because there are endless processes to help you do that. And then when you finally accomplish that alignment with what you want, and the energy starts moving, and we love the word momentum. You feel the momentum of forces moving to assist you in the accomplishing of what you want. You got to stop focusing so much on what is that it dominates your vibrational patterns. And you have to start focusing upon who you really are and how you want to feel. So when you think about the things you want, and there are a lot of them, and it's wonderful. When you think about the things that you want, and you think about why you want those things that you want, and it brings you to that vibrational reason, most of which is easily recognizable by you, and easy to find by you, and easy to discover all around you already. Because the feeling of money is not only available to you in money itself. Because you just said, it feels like fun, it feels like freedom, it feels like, and there is so much of your world that does not require money in order to feel those things, you see. So if you look around as the selective sifter that we know a deliberate creator like you can be, and you tune your frequency to the feeling of, so it would be such a good thing if you could just make your list of things that you want, and take each item one by one and stop and analyze for yourself, what is the feeling of that? When I have that, when I live that, when I am that, when that is my experience, when that's who I am, when that's where I am, when that's who I'm with, when that's what I'm living, what does that feel like? What does it feel like? Not what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does the vibration of security feel like? What does the feeling of homecoming feel like? What does the feeling of empowerment feel like? What does it feel like? And as you pose those questions to yourself, as you move through your days, and you're feeling a lot of those things all day, every day, as you come across, we started to say stumble across because you may not be doing it exactly on purpose, but as you come across that feeling, and you come across that feeling after you have acknowledged that you want to find that feeling, it will stand out in a more vivid way, and you can say, yes, that's it. And then as you stay there and revel in the emotion of that for a moment, you practice the frequency of it longer, and that really is all that deliberate creation is. It's choosing the feelings, practicing the frequency until choosing those feelings comes easily. And you know why choosing those feelings come easily? Because law of attraction says, ooh, you feel like that, here's a little more. Law of attraction doesn't behave like you want your mother to. Oh, you feel bad here, this will make you feel better. Law of attraction says, oh, that makes you feel bad, here's some more. You say, well, then law of attraction may not be my friend. We say your best friend, because law of attraction is bringing you how you're feeling, showing it to you so you can make choices. This sucks. This feels awful. How can I feel differently than this? And that's what we're going to be talking about here today. How can you gain control of the way you feel in this situation and this one and this one and this one? We'll give you a little hint. It's about self-soothing. It's about being kinder to yourself. We thought it would be a really good thing to start this new year out when you're thinking more about who you are and where you're going and what you want. If you could just take this one piece from this gathering, that you want to soothe yourself into alignment by pointing out to yourself how well you are doing, how much is going well. It is our promise to you that if you will begin to tend to the frequency of that which is you, since you equal your point of attraction, and you will be aware, I felt this way and this came back. I felt this way and this came back. I felt this way and this came back. Before you know it, you will be one who, whether you deliberately and often feel on purpose, you will know for sure that how you feel is your indicator of what's coming next. So can you fast forward into the manifestation of those things, that abundance that you often see way down the road? Because that kind of abundance doesn't come to a youngster like me, or that kind of abundance doesn't come to someone in an occupation like I have. That kind of abundance, if you can get yourself to begin to expect that kind of abundance that we promise you is out there, and we say out there not because it's out there far into the future, we say it's out there vibrationally, not yet received by you, a different frequency than the frequency you commonly are offering. But you can begin doing something about that right now. And the evidence of the change of your frequency will be evident right now. So then you begin getting pretty sure of yourself. You say, I am the creator of my own reality. And others will say, get away from me. You say, I am the creator of my own reality because I am the thinker of my thoughts. But more important, I am the feeler of my feelings. I am the discerner of my frequency. I am the molder of my own vibrational clay. I am the offerer of the energy, and therefore I am the setter of the tone. I'm the setter of the mood. I am the emanator of the vibrational signal that law of attraction is responding to. And I have created a nest egg for myself of relationships and of abundance and of physical vitality and well-being. I've created a nest egg for myself that is a vibrational reality. And I'm going to practice the vibrational reality of it, even though there is an absence of manifested reality of it. But I do not confuse myself about what's really going on here, because I accept that law of attraction abounds, and that I am a worthy being, and that I'm the creator of my own reality, and that I can do something about it. And I like the feeling of thinking on purpose, and most of all, I like to think and derive results, you see. That's who you are. That's why you are so action-oriented in most cases. You like the fast results that you get through action. But we want you to not only get the fast results that you get through action, we want you to get the leveraged fast results that you get through aligned action, through inspired action, you see. We want you to tend to your feelings first. Practice them all day, every day. Hang out with others that do the same. And then begin watching. Not so much for the manifestation. You see, this is the tricky part. Because it sounds like we're saying, if you do these non-manifestational things, manifestation will happen. And then you can look at the manifestation and it just gets better from there. But we don't ever want you to be hooked on the manifestation. We want you to be hooked on the feeling that you can foster right here, right now. This morning, Esther sent a text to a friend, and at the same moment that she sent one, she received one. They must have been writing it and sending it at the same moment. And her friend said, who do you think sent this text first? And Esther said, I think we simultaneously rendezvoused on this disc. I think law of attraction set it up. It was a rendezvous, which is really what all creation is. All creation is a rendezvous. It's not you going after something. It's not it lingering out there just waiting for your discovery of it. It's you rendezvousing with it. Wanted or unwanted, you're rendezvousing. And the reason you're rendezvousing is because you have, with no small effort, by the way, accomplished a vibrational frequency about every subject that is important to you. And this vibrational frequency is your rendezvous point. So what we want to talk about today is selecting those rendezvous points, being aware of those rendezvous points, identifying the subjects, and then creating the vibrational frequency that yields to you not just the end result of the rendezvous point that you want, but the fun along the way of rendezvousing. We want you to enjoy the journey as well as the manifestation, because we want you to know that every manifestation is just the beginning point of another journey. And once you're good with that, then life starts being more and more fun. So we're eager to talk with you about whatever is important to you. There is nothing off limits, and there is no order of business, but there will be a sort of building of momentum. It is our expectation that you will achieve a vibrational movement today that will put you in a place of being more accessible to those who are running around with you, who are shining spotlights on your path of least resistance. You are all day moving around,